Alright, buckle up for some wild tales from the pawn shop universe. A dude walks in trying to return a wonky iPhone, swearing he got it from here. Plot twist, no receipt, and he even tried blaming a random worker. Now, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got ladies claiming purse hostage situations and others pulling broken TV emotional sagas. Here are the scammers being caught on Hardcore Pawn. This dude who gets totally jacked in Detroit loses everything, even his watch. So he hits up this pawn shop to sell some stuff and make his way back to sunny California.
Good, man. I'm Les. Philip, nice to meet you, sir. I'm here from California, do some construction, buy some homes. Made a wrong turn, got robbed, and everything, dude, all my cash. I got nothing left, dude. I got a watch. Trying to get some money so I can get back to California.
Les hears the guy's sob story, feels some sympathy, and offers $80 for the watch. Not a fortune, but the guy was probably expecting pocket change, so not bad, right?
How much did you need?
$300-400 just to get on a plane or a bus.
He brought me in a watch, a good brand, but it wasn't worth the kind of money that he was asking for. Well, the bad news is those aren't diamonds in it.
What do you mean?
It's glass.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
I can go $80.
$80?
But no, our hero feels insulted, thinks his watch is gold or something. He's like, bro, normally I get $500 for this watch, and you're offering me 80? Rip off.
Normally we go 50, but I'm gonna give you 80 because I like your story.
Les isn't budging though. He's standing firm at $80. Now the guy's boiling, calls Les and everyone in the shop garbage.
Like my story? So getting robbed is a good story.
No.
I came over here to Detroit and you guys robbed me.
I didn't rob you.
You might as well have. You're trying to give me $80 for my watch. How the is that not robbing me?
You get $30 more than we normally go.
Detroit, man. This ain't gonna happen in Orange County, man. People who are here are garbage and you're garbage, man. You.
Don't come in with us, because we'll you up.
Then bam, it's on. Our guy tries to snatch his watch back, but Les is like, nuh-uh, not today. Things get spicy real fast, but he's having none of it.
Bum. That's the Detroit way.
Go.
Give me my watch.
Outside.
Give me my watch. No, give me my watch, please. Give me my watch.
Outside.
Give me my watch now. Get your hands off me. Or county. A lot better than this.
No one's in with Detroit.
In the D, we are all tough.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So this customer walks into the shop with this antique necklace, claiming it's been passed down through generations.
Can you help me, sir? I'm trying to get a nice deal on my antique necklace. It's been passed down from generation to generation. My grandfather gave it to me.
Okay?
Les isn't exactly doing cartwheels because this necklace isn't blinged out with diamonds or gold, just some crystals. But the customer's on a mission for a sweet deal, even if it's not a precious metal masterpiece.
My grandfather gave it to him.
But Les, being more into precious metals than history, isn't interested.
So how much can I get?
Well, you can't get anything. It's not diamonds, it's not gold, it's just crystals.
Now hold up, Les spots the customer's rings and gets that twinkle in his eye. But the customer's all like, I want a deal on the necklace, dude. Les, though, is playing hardball, saying they only dance with precious metals. No crystals invited to this ball.
Customer's rings catch Les's eye.
I'll take your rings.
Rings ain't for sale today. How much would you pawn this for?
I won't take that in pawn because we only take precious metal.
Now, cue the shouting match. Back and forth negotiations, but it's like a standoff and no deal is going down.
Now, take it. Well, I think you need to work something out with me, man. What he standing here for, man?
He's like,
Tell me, brother. It's antique, man. No, it's not.
The customer tries negotiating with Les, but no deal is struck. The security, though, offers a deal of their own.
Customers are not thrilled, yelling about deals and fairness. It's a bit of a scene, you know? But here's the twist. Les finally gives in and says, all right, give me those rings. Customer storms out, still yelling a bit. Whew, man. Antique shop life. Am I right?
An antique, bro. I don't want to talk. Me and you.
no deal.
Deal.
No deal.
How much you gonna give me for?
I'm gonna start running way out the door.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. I can leave on my own. Hey, what's up? Big fella?
Have a nice day.
Gave me something.
Give me the ring. ring. I'll take your ring in pawn.
Don't worry about it.
These two guys roll up to the pawn shop claiming they got hustled out of their laptops and dropping hints that a shop employee might be in on it. Tough back.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops.
Les, the big boss, gets called in to handle this mess. As the duo spills their story, turns out they handed their laptops to some lady outside the shop, lured in by the promise of cash and laptop return.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna give us the money and the laptops back because she knew somebody.
Les is legit shocked. These guys expecting help after a sketchy deal? Nah, no way. You can see it on his face. Neither.
Okay. Wait, you pawned something?
Yes, she had the ticket.
When did you pawn it?
Today.
Now the guys want Les to switch the ticket for the laptops, but Les is playing detective. He's like, when did this supposed pawn deal go down? Today, they claim. Les smells something fishy and wonders if his employees are pulling a fast one, out of his way to help them.
That's what we were trying to contact the owner because we want.
I am the owner.
I was just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have them.
Can, it's in her name.
Legally, Les says the laptops belong to the lady. He can't just hand them over. The guys are desperate, suggesting a name switch on the ticket, but Les is like, nah, those laptops are technically hers.
I wanted to know if
I can't do it because, according to law, they belong to her, not you.
Oh my God, Sal. You just.
Okay, so Les is in the mood. If they can ID the employee involved, he'll hand back their computers. They leave, but they can't deliver, finding whoever the employee is.
If you can find out which one of my employees, you give me the guy's name, I'll give you the computers. Find me out what I need to know, I can make magic happen.
Les, a pawn shop pro, suggests they hit up the cops and file a report. Guys are desperate, try to negotiate, but Les shuts down any rule bending.
Every transaction we did today is still accounted for, so it's here. All you guys need to do is fill out a police report. We can handle it that way.
Les shuts down any notion of bending the rules, highlighting that their laptops belong to the lady.
Any way I can just switch the name.
No, because they're in her name. They technically belong to her.
And they don't belong to her.
Les makes it clear they're not getting their stuff back without paying for it. If any of that.
Inside job, and once we figured it out, we came back and trying to tell you.
No, that's not the way it went.
That's not the way it went. The way it went was, you pawn your laptops to this pawn shop.
Les drops the truth bomb. No laptops without paying. It's a lesson on greed.
Here's the way it works. Nobody gets out of pawn without paying for it, and nothing goes out the back door.
The boy still thought, hold up. So this dude walks into the shop all chill, just looking for some help with the table. But out of nowhere, he switches to R-rated mode, throwing around some colorful language.
Let me lay on this mother. This is a sex table? Damn, I'll get some on this mother boy. Come on, Ashley, man.
Les isn't having any of it.
Bitch, that's who I've been screaming for. Come here. Get your ass over and shut up.
He's like, Ashley, we need backup. Shut this down. Now it's getting wild. Dude is on a bed. There's commotion. It's like a party, but not the good kind.
Get kicked in the face? Look, let me ask you something. No, you be quiet. Look, come this way, baby. If you let me, I'll be slapping that ass.
Les steps in and drops the truth bomb. We're not turning this place into a free-for-all. But hold on, he's not just playing referee. There's the threat of a face kick. Yikes.
Really? We don't think so? You don't disrespect my daughter-in-law?
Les isn't messing around. He tells the customer to get off the bed, making it crystal clear, don't mess with my family.
His family.
I'll tear that up, boy. I'll tear that up. Tear that out of here. Understand that?
The customer throws out an apology, but man, what a scene, right?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Les. I'm sorry, man.
This guy, Mark Hollingworth, waltzes into the shop with a kind of sketchy idea. He's all like, I own this company dealing with watches, cars, and parking problems. But trust me, his sales pitch is as smooth as sandpaper.
Yes, Mark Hollingsworth.
Mark Hollingsworth.
Do you have a company out that does any of your, watches your lot or anything like that, takes any of the cars out?
We do.
Right off the bat, it's clear Mark's trying some passive-aggressive marketing. Les isn't buying it, though. Mark's still pushing, suggesting towing away illegally parked cars. Les, smelling potential scams, puts his foot down. No signing anything.
Better business venture than what?
Well, then probably what you're working out right now.
I must be missing something.
Okay, well, there's nothing to be missing. If somebody's parked illegally, we want to be...
Tension builds as Mark insists on linking their businesses. Les draws the line saying Mark can't come in and shake him down. It gets really intense and Les gives Mark an ultimatum: leave or get tossed out.
I want the business. We're kind of working the area right here.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm going to give you...
Les, not one to back down, successfully kicks Mark out. Mark, feeling a bit defiant, says he'll be back, but Les isn't bothered. He's like, "You're not welcome here." But he just won't get a clue.
This is going to be our business as well.
No, it's definitely not going to be.
Listen.
No, you listen. You are not coming into my business and trying...
Very nice way to promote a business.
Right here,
Here's the way it's going to work, sir. You can leave nicely, or we can throw your ass out.
I tried coming in.
Nobody comes in here shaking me down. Do you understand that?
Les has got grit and refuses to fall for dodgy deals. Mark's attempt to twist his way into a business thing totally backfires, leaving Les with one message: his pawn shop isn't a playground for shady schemes.
I'm not leaving anywhere right there.
Yeah, of course you're not.
I'll be back in.
All right, come on back.
And him, and...
Well, at least they managed to buckle up for this one. A dude storms in on a mission to find the perfect anniversary gift, a watch for his wife. It's their anniversary too. Sweet vibes, right?
The next customer comes to the store in search of the perfect anniversary gift.
I need to get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
It's not your anniversary, too?
But hold on, he hits us with a curveball. Wants to trade in a necklace that supposedly belonged to his grandma.
It's mine, too. She said, this belonged to my grandmother. Probably worth a lot of money. I just want to bring it up and see what you think. Maybe we'll do a trade for a watch.
Plot twist. Les finds out it's a fake. Oof. But this dude still got game, pushing for that watch trade.
When he discovers that the necklace he brought is fake,
Well, do you really want me to tell you what I think? They're not real. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
What are you going to give me for this? I want to trade for a watch.
It's fake. I'm not interested.
Les ain't fooled though. He's like, nah, that necklace is worth zilch.
the persistent husband insists on making a deal.
Let me see what you got in watches. And so what are you saying? This is worth absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
That's
The situation.
And then it gets spicy. The persistent husband starts trash-talking Les's family. Oh, big mistake.
I am?
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me.
Oh man, big mistake. Les draws the line telling him there are two things you don't talk about: wives and family.
I don't think so.
This crosses a line for Les.
Listen, mother. Two things you don't talk about: wife and my family.
The little boy and that
It heats up. A little scuffle breaks out and security has to step in.
badass daughter of yours. Get off of me, don't.
Where you got to go?
Les isn't letting it slide. He's like, get out and don't let the door hit you on the way.
Wide.
I hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you
You
will.
better get them. Two people, fat man.
Get the out of here.
2, 3, 4. Open the door.
Ashley's dealing with this guy who wants to pawn his grandma's ring, and it's kind of a bummer because she recently passed away. Sad vibes.
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like hoping to see what I could get for this.
Okay, so whose ring is this?
My grandma's.
Ding! But plot twist. Ashley checks the ring and bam, it's fake gold. The guy can't believe it, goes from sad to frustrated.
How much is your rent?
300.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not real.
What you mean it's not real?
It's not.
Ashley suggests pawning other stuff like a TV, but that just makes him more annoyed. Leave.
Basically, y'all sit up here and waste my time talking to you.
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the I look like pawning my TV?
Now he's all, I want to talk to someone else. More irate.
I need to speak with somebody.
Big snuggle buddy Byron steps in, sensing trouble. The guy's getting more heated, and Byron's like, calm down, lower your voice.
Tell me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower your
put your
voice.
finger in
Lower
my
your
face.
voice. Lower your
Don't
voice.
put your
You got
finger
me.
in.
Then it gets crazy. The guy threatens Ashley. Byron's not having it, tells him to leave. But nope, the guy stays put. So Byron has to physically escort him out. Ashley and Byron are like the peacekeepers, dealing with the chaos and keeping the shop in order. Headed to threaten Ashley, an action that wasn't very well received.
Bitch, I'll be back, bitch.
On the ground, mother. You're talking that now, get the hell out of here.
Here comes a young man eager to make a deal at the shop.
A young man comes into the shop.
He's waving something around, claiming he wants at least $100 for it. Les, the owner, isn't having it, saying it's not worth that much and offers him $20 instead.
To the shop.
I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. I'm trying to get at least $100 for it.
$100?
Yeah.
I won't even be able to sell it for near that.
So how much can you give me, man?
$20?
The young man is not thrilled, insisting he needs at least $100.
I need my money.
I understand.
I'm gonna need at least $100 for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard? I'll sell you like 4 of them for less than that.
Why would I want to bow? I'm trying to get...
Tempers start rising and he's yelling for more staff, demanding to see a manager ASAP. Les, sensing the commotion, steps in.
$. Why is there more staff out here? Get some help. I've been waiting for an hour. I need to see a manager right now.
The situation escalates quickly as the young man disrespects Les, calling him old man.
On.
What the you gonna do, old man?
Who you calling?
This sets Les off, and in a moment of rage, something regrettable happens. Les takes charge, telling the young man it's time to go, and the drama unfolds.
Something he will regret later.
Who the you calling him? Really, mother? I got this. I got it.
You wanna give me more than $20?
Get out.
Les takes matters into his own hands.
Time to go.
Nikki's got this customer who's upset about the cash offered for her golden bracelet.
They usually give me 3.
Okay, gold's dropped, so...
That's not my problem.
She expected $300 like last time, but Nikki says it's $250 now because the gold price did a little dance. She started clamoring for a manager over and over, like that was gonna solve anything.
I want to speak to your manager.
What price did you give her?
$250.
And you need how much?
3.
Okay.
Just because the price of gold has gone down, that's...
Now, this customer isn't having it. She's like, I want a manager. But surprise, Ashley steps in. Not a manager, but trying to explain the gold market. The customer's having none of it and wants that extra $50.
You're not understanding.
No, I want my $50. The extra $50.
If you want
No, give me my extra $50. Come on!
Since it's clear she won't be getting the amount she was hoping for, she decides when she realizes that bonus cash isn't happening, the customer flips the script, blaming the gold price drop for her unhappiness. She's dead set on getting her money despite market facts. Hey.
Gold has gone down.
Give me my money.
Serious?
Yeah, you had to bring him around because you...
But Nikki's had enough of the drama. She tells the customer to hit the road, saying disruptive behavior isn't cool, and well, she's not welcome anymore. Customers out, never to return.
Here. Have a good day and walk
I ain't never
outside.
coming back to this store. You ain't big.
Have a good day. Have a good
You
day.
ain't big. I will rob you.
Have a good...
A young man from Dallas walks in, all proud of the watch that his grandma gave him, thinking it's worth $500. But Les takes a look and points out some issues, saying it's not worth much.
A man from Dallas walks in.
What you got here?
That's a watch my grandmother gave me.
And how much did you want?
I'm trying to get 5.
The guy's not having it. He wants to talk to someone who knows their stuff.
Yeah, you see this coloration on the side?
No.
Rose color metal in there, looks like copper.
I see gold.
But it's not gold. I wouldn't be able to take it.
Can't give me nothing.
Les tries to reassure him, but things go south. The guy's all frustrated, claiming his watch is worth $500, demanding to talk to the jeweler.
Sorry.
Can I talk to somebody that knows what they're doing?
You can talk to me.
Unless you're bullshitting me, man. I have to get home, man, this week.
I understand that, but it's got no value.
It does have value.
Things begin to go south.
This is a bunch of bullshit, man. I want to pawn my watch that's worth $500.
Let me have you talk to my jeweler.
Now, when the jeweler says it's basically worthless, things get wild. The guy goes off, and before you know it, he's getting escorted outside unceremoniously.
Well, this guy's been in the jewelry business all of his life. He wants a $500 loan on a watch. What can you do with it?
What are we doing?
Well, I wouldn't really call him names. We're not calling you any names.
Outside, he's still fuming, dropping some colorful words. It's a full-blown scene at the pawn shop. The guy wants his watch back, but Les isn't having it.
Nothing. Stop being a bitch. This is the worst pawn shop in the city. It's a piece of dude. Give me my mother, man. Come over here and pick this bitch up.
Yo, you, get him here.
Let's go, my man. You got Jimmy, man. Buddy, hands up. Hands up. Yes, sir.
A customer eager to test the bike's functionality pushed to take it for a spin right inside the store. It's time for a showdown as the customer's all worked up about his busted lounger from the shop and he wants his money back. But surprise, he didn't keep the receipt.
Money back?
Ab lounger I bought here, man, workout. Now this thing obviously couldn't handle what I was doing on it. So 2 days later, it don't even work.
Let's lay it out. No receipt, no refund. But this customer's not having it. He's all about the money, not interested in an exchange, and things get loud. Security's on standby.
Necessary to keep the receipt.
I don't have a receipt. I didn't think I needed to keep it.
There's nothing I can do for you without a receipt. If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you something.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money and then we won't have any more problems with this.
The customer keeps pushing, not caring about security or anything else. He's dead set on getting his money back, even throwing out threats.
I need my money back.
Not gonna do anything.
You are. And like all this security
great.
standing around or whatever. I don't give a rat's ass about that. There better be some money.
When he sees security, he gets a bit jittery but doesn't back down, demanding even more backup. It's a feral showdown at the pawn shop.
He reaches the point of no return.
Oh, son.
Come on, come on, man, let's go.
Really?
Let's go. I told you last time. We got you, buddy. Bring a couple more. Come on. We got you. Bring it.
The Gold family gets hit with a shocker when they catch their own employee, Christina, in a sneaky scheme. The pawn shop's a great target for criminals, like a security guard who stole jewelry worth over $10,000. Another woman tried to cheat the pawn shop, but got caught. Even a couple that were caught jacking cars in the parking lot. These are the times criminals were arrested on Hardcore Pawn.
It should be in the possession of the customer.
Hey. Yeah, Jeff.
Were you either one of you guys at my desk?
No.
Next to your desk?
Yes.
Let me see.
Jeff, do me a favor. Just close the door.
He came to me the other day, there was a ring on the floor. That's one thing. Well, just pull up the video.
Jeff comes in with concerning news that needs to be immediately followed up before the shop loses money from him.
The place is being monitored 24/7. I can pull up the security cameras on my computer at any time.
All right, yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm not really sure what's happening.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I'm not sure how long it'll take me to fix it.
All right, rush on it. Let me know when it's up.
Yep.
I want to know who's doing this.
I got an idea. I think I can set him up.
Everyone's suspicion goes up a notch as Seth discovers that the cameras are down.
I can clean off my desk and set some jewelry up in a certain order, and that way, when I come in the morning, I'll know if it's gone.
I like that idea.
At least one.
Set it up. Set it up.
We'll do it tonight before you leave.
All right.
Nobody is to know. The three of us only. Got it?
Got it.
Got it.
Jeff, the jeweler, has a good idea for catching the thief. Les approves without much hesitation.
What's he doing?
He's looking around.
Hold on a second.
The cameras are back up, and that news has everybody eagerly watching the footage in hopes of finding the culprit.
Our head of security, Joe's the crook.
Oh my God.
He's been with me for over 3 years. He's been would have ever thought would steal from us.
The cameras don't lie. They reveal the thief, and it leaves everybody in shock. It's the last person anybody would suspect to be the thief.
Once we walked through that door, Joe, did you steal from me?
Also springs a trap that catches Joe off guard. Caught red-handed, the big security guard confesses. He even stole that very day. Joe is cuffed and taken away. Safe to say he'll no longer continue as the head of security in the pawn shop. Some tough decisions have to be made, and not everybody likes them. A conspiracy involving Christina has been discovered. Ashley goes into detective mode to find the truth. Ashley finds out the truth, and it comes as a shock that Christina has been stealing. Christina is questioned thoroughly, and she reveals that she's been stealing from the pawn shop. Les tries to discover if she has accomplices, but she doesn't spill the beans on that point. Les gives Christina a lifeline, but she doesn't take it. The This leads to her arrest.
Liz. Hey, Liz. Hey, Liz. Somebody outside breaking into the...
Undercover security guards caught this girl breaking into a car.
I was walking through the parking lot. I noticed this woman breaking into cars. So we caught her and detained her. We not going to...
How'd you get up here?
Where are they? They left because you got busted. You can? Sit back there. Call the police.
Whose car?
Not hers.
So he found her doing it?
Yeah. You watched her.
Did she admit to it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's no surprise that both carjackers knew each other. Regardless of that, they'll get arrested and probably face jail time.
When we walked this guy back into the room, it looked like this girl was gonna have a heart
I
attack.
tried breaking the car out there. I opened the door and they came and got me. That's all I did.
Our customers are not going to be not protected. That's right. Okay? We got him. Here's one of them. Here's the other one.
It's sad. Most of my customers come in because they're struggling.
The guy tries to leave, but security makes sure the only way he leaves is in a police car.
Good day, sir. Have a good day, my man. Yes, sir.
Old mother.
Oh, man.
Who the you calling him? Really?
You the ugliest two sisters I've ever seen in my life.
Check out the wildest, most intense moments on Hardcore Pawn, where customers and staff bring the heat. And also get ready for some serious craziness at the pawn shop. Just another day at the pawn shop where we've got a mix of decent customers and, well, some pretty pathetic ones. Take this guy, for example. He may seem all laid back, but is he really?
What you got here?
That's a watch my grandmother gave me.
Wow, this dude received a watch from his grandma, which is pretty sweet, right? But here's the thing. He's convinced it's solid gold and expects a fat stack of cash for it. Well, let's hook him up with the amount he's hoping for. Let's find out.
500.
The problem is the metal on it is just stainless steel.
Well, the metal on it is just stainless steel, so that's disappointing. But how will this guy take it?
Yeah, you see this discoloration on the side?
No.
You don't see the rose?
Whoa, hold up. This dude just flat out rejected it without even taking a peek. Talk about a major red flag, am I right? Less than explain.
In between the links were gold plated. The gold plating had rubbed off. The watch had no value.
And then this guy's like, can I get someone else to check it out then? Because Les shut down his hopes of getting any cash. Whoa, okay, Mr. Expert. This dude is seriously not happy about it.
Value.
It does have value.
How about your chain? You want to pawn me your chain?
Anyway, being the sweetheart that he is, Les brings in another dude for a second opinion, just to be fair. But what happens next is totally mind-blowing and straight up disrespectful. Brace yourself for this one. It's gonna shock you.
Does this bozo know what he's doing?
Well, I wouldn't really call him names.
Seriously, this dude needs to chill and get a grip. I mean, who does he even think he is? Anyway, from that point on, things started spiraling down, and honestly, it's for all the right reasons.
500. Nothing. Stop being a bitch.
Now, Les ain't about to tolerate any disrespect, and nobody should. And this jerk is about to experience a dose of his own medicine. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. Check out what Les has in store for him.
Give me my mother... Man, come over here and pick this bitch.
Oh man, this dude is about to get serious flipping off, I kid you not. You know what goes down with idiots like him? They're in for a rude awakening.
You, get him here.
Let's go, my man. Have a good day, sir. Have a good...
Gotta admit, that was seriously hilarious. What did Les have to lose? Nothing at all. But this guy, oh yeah, he got exactly what he deserved. The man just couldn't stop with the curses.
Yes, sir. Let yourself out. Let yourself out.
Oh, you think this was intense? Well, hold on tight because you haven't seen anything yet. So this dude walks in, right? And he brings in some equipment, no beating around the bush, and straight up expects a cool $100 for it. Can you believe that?
Like, I'm trying to get at least $100 for it.
$100?
Yeah.
I won't even be able to sell it.
Well, the guy just flat out tells him that there's no way he can cough up $100. So the customer's disappointed, but hey, at least he's keeping his cool, right?
So how much can you give me, man?
$20.
Well, we're clueless about what this dude's gonna pull off next. But hold up. Seth comes swooping in to handle the situation like a boss. Let's see how he tackles it.
Sitting on the back,
Do you know what it is?
It don't matter how many you sitting on in the back.
Because then I can't.
Well, things are seriously heating up, and it's turning into a real mess. Seth tries to talk some sense into the guy, but he's just not cooperating. And instead, he's shouting like there's no tomorrow.
$2 for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean,
Really, you paid $200.
So Seth breaks it down for him, saying it's not even worth $100. But this dude is now causing a scene, making a big fuss that's grabbing everyone's attention, to be honest.
I'm trying to get money for it. I've been waiting in this line for an hour. I need more than
This guy seriously needs to calm down. He's dropping way too many curse words, and honestly, it's gonna be his one-way ticket out of the shop. That's when Les steps in to take charge. Let's see how that plays out.
You gonna do old man?
Who you calling old mother?
Old man?
No way, he actually said that? Like seriously, what the heck? This guy just keeps digging his own grave, making the situation even worse for himself. Brace yourself, because what he does next is gonna leave you absolutely stunned.
Really, mother? I got this. I got it.
You wanna give me more than 20?
Oh my god, seriously? Can you believe it? This dude actually tried to mess with Les and thought he could get away with it without being kicked out. That's some messed up behavior right there. Like, what on earth was he even thinking?
Wait for an hour.
Really? Me? You.
Well, he totally got what he deserved. But guess what? That's not even the end of it. Now, this lady is seriously contemplating whether she should go for it or not. So, what's your take on it, guys? You think she'll end up taking it or not? And she goes on to explain the situation. Talk about major agitation right off the bat. This lady is seriously caught off guard and maybe just can't handle the fact that it's not a gift card.
Yes.
Someone needs to rein in this woman because the way she's throwing a fit over a gift card is seriously ridiculous. I mean, does she not even realize how foolish she looks? Just look at her, still going on and making an absolute spectacle of herself.
Somebody wanna buy off of us?
And last but not least, we get this other dude who goes absolutely bonkers. But here's the kicker. It's not about something he wants to buy or pawn. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth set him off then? Well, keep watching to find out.
Hey, how you doing? I'm here to buy an engagement ring.
So, no kidding, this guy is actually here to buy an engagement ring. Whoa, that's some exciting news, isn't it? Les coolly presents a selection of engagement rings, and you'd think everything would go smoothly, right? Well, except for the blaring car horns outside, because of course, nothing can be too easy. Oh, damn. So that's the reason for all the honking? There's a massive truck just sitting smack in the middle of the parking lot. Now, take a wild guess. Whose truck do you think that might be? Come on, give it a shot. It's not rocket science.
Semi-truck.
And then it's white gold.
That's me.
Sir, can you...
Ding, ding, ding. It's none other than this guy. So Les politely requests him to move his truck from there. And what do you think his response was?
Find your place to park?
Oh man, come on now. I'm in a hurry. I can't be moving my truck in this.
Yikes, did he seriously say that? I mean, how do some people not have basic common sense? Did he genuinely think he was doing the right thing? Les is clearly not putting up with it, and you could totally see that.
You don't have an option. You have to move your truck. I'll be more than happy to show you.
Can you believe this guy had the nerve to straight up say no? Well, let me tell you, things are about to take a turn for the worse for him. But just when he thought he couldn't dig himself any deeper, he goes ahead and proves you wrong.
Why are you so rude?
I'm not moving the damn truck.
Byron, take over.
Well, obviously he's about to get kicked out, and trust me, you gotta watch this. It's absolutely hilarious.
Move the truck. Come on, man. That's wrong, bro. Next time, parking on the freeway.
This dude should be totally embarrassed about his behavior. And oh boy, he didn't stop there. He just kept on going. And the last straw was this.
Move your truck!
Silver Surfer. Oh, guess what? We've got a bona fide comic enthusiast here. Big surprise. Like, who isn't, right? Well, this guy's taking his passion to a whole new level. Feast your eyes on what he brings in.
That's the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
Life size.
Tell me about it.
Well, this was a display for the Fantastic Four Rise of the Surfer movie. They made 1,500 of these, and plywood board. It is wrapped in a vac metal plastic wrap.
Oh, what a shocker. It's a collector's item. But hold up emotions, people, because it's got a price tag. I'm not sure if the experts are going to agree.
Well, online, these things go for $3,000. Actually, Silver Surfer was voted in the top 50 recognizable comic book heroes in America. I mean, I really went $2,000 for it.
I am willing to buy this from you for $500.
Hey, genius. If you're after that dream price, maybe hit up a comic store. Selling your treasure trove at a pawn shop? Yeah, real brainiac move here, buddy.
900 bucks. That's it.
Think I'm gonna have to walk. All right, well, it was a pleasure. We're gonna go surfing on home.
See you later.
Custom-made electric chair. Folks, take a puff. We've witnessed all sorts of weirdness at the pawn shop, but this fella's cranked it up a notch. Check out his wild sell list.
So tell us a little bit about them.
We have Halloween retail stores. This is a custom-made electric chair. There's a whole show if you guys want to see it.
Sure, go ahead, show us.
Hell yeah!
I'm really into this kind of thing. This might be the new feature at my house on Halloween.
Oh, just what we all need. A bedside toy that screams Halloween 24/7. No biggie, except it's art, not like living in a slasher fic or anything.
So we're looking to get about $8,000. Brand new, they're just above $9,000.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Buy a used one that's 6 years old.
Well, the cool thing about this one is that they don't make them like this anymore.
You're
There's
right, they
two
don't. The new ones are digital.
Well, guys, Mr. Ambitious over here is dead set on this mystery item. Heaven knows what his grand plan is, but Les has a style for a bargain.
Thank you very much for bringing
Thank
it
you.
in. We appreciate it.
God damn it.
I'm a little disappointed that I gotta schlep it back home, but you know, with Michigan being, you know, like the #1 state for haunted houses and attractions and things like that.
Elephant skull haggle. Oh, guess what? No fancy sofa, no blingy ring, and no one-of-a-kind car to pedal? No worries. How about you trade an elephant skull for some greens? Because that's normal, right?
The skull of an elephant.
Really?
Very unusual.
It's very unusual.
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody has ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
Ever wondered where one finds a thing like that? Well, surprise, surprise, there's a thriving market for massive elephant skulls. Yeah, you heard it right. Skull heads.
1,000. That's as low as I'm gonna go.
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are buying now for $2,300 and the Asians are $1,900.
The good part was, it's worth the money. There is a demand for elephant skulls, but I'll be damned if I'm giving it away.
Okay, peeps. When Les locks onto something, prepare for a solar eclipse, because he's not releasing his grip. Anyway, there's a plot twist in this pawn shop drama.
I got $700 bills waiting for me.
$750.
$700. And if you think it's worth $50 for you to schlep it home,
It is.
Schlep it.
It isn't.
Schlep it.
I'll give it to you for $7.
You got a deal. Thank you very much.
Thank
Come
you.
right
Thank
over
you.
here. We'll
Thank
take
you.
care
All
of
right.
it. All right.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you.
Bone Rattler. Okay, people, the granddaddy of speed in the house. Ready to snatch up a drag racing car from the pawn shop? Who knew shuffleboard was just a warm-up?
This guy is an expert. He knows all about drag racers. So does Jeff. Jeff is my jeweler, but he's much more knowledgeable with engines than I am. The guy that sold it to me said it cost him $85,000 to put it together.
Probably clipping along at about 250 miles an hour.
Fire this puppy up.
I don't know how to start it.
Gather around, youngsters. We got a drag racing sage here, boasting a mere 30 years under his belt. So the wisdom dump is here, as he schools the pawn shop owner.
You know how to start him?
Sure.
I knew you did. How long you been racing dragsters?
For about 30 years.
Oh.
You ready for this?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, Mr. Been There, Done That. Let's see if your drag racing tales can seal this deal or take a nosedive. Now, coming straight to the negotiation.
20 grand.
7,500.
I don't think so. If you give me the money today, 15,000. I'll throw the skeletons in for free. We have a deal for 15,000?
I guess so.
Thank you very much.
Have a good
Enjoy
day.
your new car.
Mechanical Bull. Ah, the good old days of Wild West bull riding and rugged cowboys. Some dude missed the memo that it's not exactly the trendiest scene nowadays. Time to catch up, y'all.
Going for a ride in my parking lot, or what are we doing?
Let's have a little fun, girl.
We're trying to sell our mechanical bull. Why do you have it? A Western-themed restaurant bar before, and that was the theme. We put the bull into the bar.
Well, slap on those cowboy hats. We got ourselves a scene here. But seriously, who's taking bets on whether they can wrangle a decent price for that rodeo-style bull riding?
Well, let's say you were to buy these brand new. How much do they cost?
They cost around $15,000 to $20,000.
How much do you want?
$15,000.
So if I was to buy this brand new or buy this used from you, it's the same price.
Rental companies rent these out for $750 a day. There's a lot of revenue potential.
Ah! Man, sad to see these alpha men taking back their bull home. But folks, hold on to your hats. Maybe Ashley has something else in her mind.
3,000 right now.
45.
31.
39, you pack it up. That's my bottom dollar.
34.
I can't do it.
Sorry, good luck.
Dr. Death's van. Step right up, viewers. You've heard of Dr. Death, but today's highlight is the van that spotlights as the ride for assisted suicides. Because nothing says vacation like a one-way ticket, right?
This is a 1968 Volkswagen van owned by Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian.
By Dr. Death.
This is the actual van that he did his first and several other assisted suicides in.
Jack Kevorkian was an iconic figure in the city of Detroit.
We're not aiming for a Valley of Chrome farewell tour this time. Mr. Big Bucks here wants a six-figure sum. Brace yourselves, because Les has his few concerns all queued up.
It is a piece of history.
I like buying weird.
You won't find another one.
The problem is, it doesn't make sense to spend six figures on something like this for me.
Well, you either love it or hate it.
But I love it. This is definitely a piece of Detroit.
A van oozing that delightful combo of creepiness and death vibes. So legit. However, why not throw in another expert opinion? Let's see how that went.
So 10,000 ain't gonna buy it.
No, I'm in the six-figure range.
20 grand?
No.
25 grand. 30 grand.
50 grand?
30.
One time. 50.
30 cash right now.
Bizarre bikini. Check out this granny of the century who strolls into the pawn shop with an elderly figure that has a lot to do with, I don't know. You have a look and maybe you decide.
Which is the doll?
I heard that. I'm undressing her.
What can I say? A really nasty looking woman, but a very cool item.
Yep, that's about accurate. You just saw a long-legged granny in a bikini. All the efforts are done in the name of art. However, our granny here invested in this model.
How much did you want for this thing?
I'd like to get $500 for it. This thing is art.
It's a very cool item, but not for that price. I mean, she's really cute. I mean, she's really fun to look at, but it's not going to be even close to 500 bucks.
Never mind, that was gonna be a deal breaker. Unless Les had some more quotes to add to the art piece, this stirs things up for the selling mix.
Here this woman was playing my game, and I was losing.
200.
190. I'll take her.
Will he stop?
Okay, schlep it home.
You know, I heard my dad saying it wasn't worth the extra $10. Bull.
She wants 200.
Latex Vacuum Bed. Look who's spicing up the pawn shop scene. This dynamic duo's got a latex vacuum fetish bed up for grabs. You know, just your average afternoon errand.
Latex vacuum bed.
A what?
A latex vacuum bed.
So you have sex with latex?
Pretty much.
It's like the autoerotic asphyxiation. Is what
Pretty
it is,
much,
right?
yeah.
Bobby J surprisingly knew exactly what this thing was.
All right, I was wondering, who needs candlelit dinners when you can have vacuum-sealed intimacy? I'm not here to judge. However, here's a quick demonstration.
Is it normally when Felix has his hand over his mouth? Normally what they like.
I actually used it.
Are you breathing? There we go.
Not gonna work. It's working.
Everyone's a critic when it comes to, what's the word? Innovative sleeping arrangements. Yeah, there we go. And we aren't sure if that ever went up for the big sale.
Used it.
So how could you not want to do this with him?
Because I don't want to suffocate.
It's not for everybody. I'm familiar with the bed. Very much so.
Just imagine having sex now. He don't have to hold you.
Perfect. Well, now we got that out of the way.
Just a normal fine day when this guy walks into the pawn shop to sell Les Paul's document collection, including an incredibly unique and world's one-of-a-kind Les Paul SG guitar that belonged to his Aunt Mary. And guess what? She wasn't just some guitar lover or a casual Les Paul fan. Rick Harrison calls for Drew, the expert from Authentic Autographs Unlimited, who specializes in forensic document examination. He then carefully examines the signature on the guitar and remarks that Les Paul had a unique and straightforward signature style. Interestingly, Drew notes that he never included his last name when signing autographs. He goes on to say, Rick asked the seller, how much is he expecting from it? So he was like, I want $250,000 for it. But someone in the comments section went all out and said that those papers would fetch a whopping 190 grand if Joe Bonamassa got his hands on them. Another user totally agreed with him and even said that if this guitar showed up in the right magazine, some millionaire rock star would easily drop at least $200,000 for it. But here's the main part. Did the pawn shop actually make any profit? Hell yeah, they did. Once the show aired, they wasted no time and threw that bad boy up on eBay. And guess what? They scored a whopping $110,000 for it. They ended up making a cool $20,000 profit, guys. Now that's what I call a successful hustle. Next up, we have a customer who came in trying to sell a sword that was supposedly forged by the famous Yasutsugu family, known for making weapons for badass samurais back in the day. But here's the twist. The seller looked familiar to Corey. It turned out that he had been there before to sell a trophy. You'll be thinking what kind of trophy it must be. Maybe some ancient artifact or something, right? But no, it was actually a Grammy Award. Yes, all in excitement, Rick bought it. But later he found out that it was not allowed to be sold. Oops, I can see a great loss there. Because of that now, they had to be extra careful before dealing with this sword. They weren't sure if it was a legit samurai sword or just some ninja knockoff. The seller is a lawyer and claimed he had received the sword as payment for his legal work. Pretty cool, huh? Some users are even cracking jokes about why the guy was so willing to sell such a masterpiece. One such comment was he must have been scared of his wife's anger, whose eyes are always fixated on that sword. And if she ever gets her hands on it, she's ready to knock him off. Talk about a dangerous situation. Another user said he got robbed? Well, we have to wait to see the actual plot. Taking the lawyer's word for it, Corey decided to take the risk, and then he went ahead with the purchase, even without having an expert to check its authenticity. I mean, let's be real, that was pretty foolish, right? I mean, who was going to check if the thing was actually legit or not? So they asked the seller how much he wanted for it, and he said $5,000. The buyers were skeptical about its condition and started throwing offers as low as $800. That's a crazy drop. But the seller fought back, saying every bit of that sword is worth the full $5,000.
If you're gonna hold my feet to the fire and make me pay as much as I can, it's gonna be $1,500. I'll come down to $2,000. I've got 5 of them right there.
The shop wasn't ready to pay that much without knowing more about it, so Corey went up to $1,200. He was trying to get the best deal he could, but the seller didn't budge. They went back and forth until finally the seller settled for Corey's offer of $1,500 just to get Rick off his back for that Grammy thing. After buying the sword, Corey was not at peace and was restlessly waiting for the expert who was out of town during the appraisal. Finally, he got to meet up with Mike Yamasaki, the expert, and Corey explained how he took a shot in the dark and bought the sword without knowing if it's actually worth the money. So, after taking a small glimpse at it, Mike recognized it as a samurai sword and told Corey the history of the sword. He stated that after World War II, around 3 million Japanese swords were taken out of Japan by the occupying forces. In those days, the Japanese warriors, also known as samurai, were skilled professional fighters, and the samurai sword was like their badge of honor. If you didn't have one, no way you could call yourself a samurai, man. Then Mike decided to inspect the sword and took a closer look at it.
This is the proper way to take apart a Japanese sword. They've been doing this style for centuries.
Well, after the inspection was done, the expert discovered that the sword belonged to a super important samurai with ties to Japan's imperial family, probably from the 5th generation. Now, here was the interesting part. The Yasutsugu family only worked for high-level samurai, and their signature mark, like a logo, was detailed on the handle. It's the family crest of the Tokugawa family, who ruled Japan for a couple of centuries. And if anyone tried using it without permission, they'd end up losing their heads, along with their whole damn family. Scary, right? Well, it seemed that the sword had some serious historical value. Now, the big question is, how much is it worth in today's time? After considering the condition, the expert estimated that it can be restored for around $3,000. But here's the exciting part. After the restoration and blade sharpening, Corey could potentially sell it for a whopping $15,000. That's a tenfold increase from what he paid for it initially. So there you have it. Corey took a risk, bought the sword without knowing its true value, and it turned out to be a jackpot. But that was indeed a risky game. But does it always turn out to be luck, or sometimes they just lose everything? Even be opened properly? But hey, on the bright side, the details and engravings on the pistol are top-notch. Now Rick's super curious if this thing is actually worth anything. The expert takes a quick look and comes up with but Alex hasn't tested it yet because he wanted Rick to witness its sight. And the best part? If this baby shoots, Rick might get a whopping $5,000. Damn. Well, let's watch if it works.
I got my headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Yeah! Oh, it worked perfect! So after successfully restoring the item and getting it in working condition, Rick could be making $5,000 on an item he bought for just $200. That's a crazy profit of $4,800. Absolutely hard to believe, right? Someone even commented that Rick straight up robbed Hector in broad daylight. Users are not holding back with their savage opinions. Well, keeping everything aside, this was indeed one of the craziest profits earned at Pawn Star Shop. Moving on, which has two heads. So what we got here is a Russian order, and that's what this medal represents. It's a piece of history that dates back 800 years. Pretty neat, huh? Well, neat in the sense of 800 years of Poland's struggles, constantly being conquered, reconquered, and fighting for their freedom throughout their entire history. Users also shared how this whole episode reminded them of their beloved history classes back in their school days. It brought back memories of learning about the triumphs, tragedies, dramas, and even the occasional humor that filled those lessons. With the background story out of the way, Rick finally gets down to the burning question. What's the damn thing worth? Because obviously he bought it without knowing its worth. Okay, so we're talking about a medal of Fabergé quality here. Crazy enough to give Rick some hope. Sadly, Craig has some serious concerning news for him. Apparently, the market for this specific medal is pretty thin. He can't cash, but hey, Craig's always got a solution up his sleeve. So, shop to meet Rick and brought with him some exciting news. He got in contact with a guy in Germany who has a box for this medal, has the ribbon for it, and even the breast star. It's all part of a set, you see, but there's a big hole in the guy's box, specifically for the neck order. And Craig just knew that he finally found a potential buyer for the medal, someone who needs to complete their set. Now, both the parties are ready to strike a deal. One person made a comment praising the honesty of Craig, noting how he offered a price range for the medal that matched its actual value of $30,000 to $40,000. Despite knowing that Rick had only paid $6,000 for it, Craig could have easily offered a lower price, like $12,000, and made a huge profit. But instead, he respected Rick and still managed to make some money while being fair. This man named Randy walked into the store with a huge-ass vending machine. He believes that his machine is from the 1940s.
Candy? Yes, sir. You know who loves candy, right? This guy.
Well, chum, we know your love for candies. But is this deal as sweet as them? This machine sure has Chum's heart, but Randy doesn't even know if it works, and neither does he have the keys to it. Well, let us look into what Chum thinks about it and whether he thinks it would be worth the cost.
Just taking a look at it, I mean, it looks pretty rough shape. There is a lot of rust on it.
It sure needs a good restoration, but Randy wants $1,000 for it. Man, it already needs so much work to be done. I personally don't think it's worth investing so much, but who am I to suggest? Oh, how the chum had been schooled by experience. A lesson etched deep into the fibers of his being. Scarred by past misjudgments and Rick's scoldings, he now approached each decision with newfound caution. But hold on to your seats, for the words that spilled from the expert's lips were nothing short of astonishing. Get ready to be astonished, for the expert's revelation is nothing short of extraordinary.
Whoa.
Oh boy, right? The guts are missing. So what this needs...
Man, it is empty inside. All the mechanisms are missing. The expert saved Chum's ass today on this one. The expert adds that in this condition, the machine is max $300. Whoa, that was a low blow for Randy, it seems. He cannot believe the price dropped from $1,000 to just $300.
Up and running and painted, obviously.
$4,500.
$4,500. Okay.
Well, this machine is asking too much. Chum noticed it and got the bargain straight from $1,000 to $75. And they just shook hands on $100. But a deal is a deal. Let's see how Chum restored it and made it a good sales machine for his own bars.
Whoa! Holy chum bar!
Check it out, right?
That is freaking awesome.
Whoa, the machine is brand new again. No one can even imagine how it was before. And I know you're thinking no one got furious here. But hey, the video doesn't end here. You see, Rick was not so happy about the sweet gift lying in the garage.
Why are your candy bars in it?
That's the gift it keeps on giving, Rick. That thing, you can sell it for $6,500 today, dollars off it every day for the rest of its life.
Rick's fury reaches its boiling point as he directs his anger toward Chum. With intense frustration in his voice, he makes it clear that he's had enough. In a sharp and cutting tone, Rick declares that if anyone wants to get their hands on Chum's chocolate bar, they can simply take a stroll across the parking lot and purchase it directly from the store. No more concessions or accommodations. The message is clear. Rick has drawn a line in the sand, leaving Chum to face the consequences of his actions. It's a harsh ultimatum that hangs heavily in the air, leaving Chum to contemplate the future of their strained relationship. Will Chum take the opportunity to make amends, or will the rift between them widen further? Only time will tell how this explosive situation will unfold. The timeless dance of irritation between Chum and Rick, an intricate routine that never fails to provoke a symphony of exasperation. As a well-worn melody played on a perpetual loop, Chum's knack for pushing Rick's buttons has become a legendary saga of vexation and amusement. With each encounter, their interactions tread the line between exasperated sighs and affectionate eye rolls, a delicate balance that keeps the audience captivated. The sparks of frustration fly freely, igniting a wild dynamic that has become an integral part of the show's charm. So, dear observer, prepare yourself for yet another chapter in the saga of Chum and Rick's fierce relationship, where irritation and amusement intertwine in a dance that never ceases to entertain. Did you know that Chum's not just passionate about candies, he is passionate about diving as well? You can't even imagine what he buys next. He goes to buy a sailboat! Yes, you heard it right, a full sailboat. Rick was unhappy about the candy machine. You can't even imagine how he's gonna react to this deal.
Give you that.
The weight of anticipation hangs heavy, like a dark cloud looming overhead. In the midst of this suspenseful moment, Rick's anger simmers beneath the surface, ready to erupt like a volcano. The stakes are high, and the consequences of Chum's potential misstep could be dire. Prepare to have your mind blown. Have you ever heard of a street-legal pirate ship? No worries if you haven't, because it was a revelation for me too. Picture this, a captivating vessel that sails through the streets instead of the high seas. This audacious individual is actually selling a pirate ship that doesn't navigate water, but instead driven around during parades and events. The sheer novelty of this concept is enough to make your jaw drop. Can you imagine the spectacle of a fully decked-out pirate ship roaming the streets, spreading swashbuckling cheer and captivating onlookers? It's an unconventional twist on the nautical adventure, where imagination takes flight on wheels instead of waves. A fascinating change that challenges traditional boundaries and sparks the imaginations of all who encounter it.
For a ship, you can actually drive 60 miles an hour on the highway. This is awesome.
In a moment of anticipation, Chum captures a picture of the pirate ship and eagerly sends it to Rick, seeking his seal of approval. It's no secret that Chumlee's heart is set on acquiring this extraordinary vessel. However, Rick's response reveals a familiar pattern. He doesn't always share Chum's level of enthusiasm. Despite Chumlee's unwavering excitement, Rick's support wavers, casting a shadow of doubt over Chum's aspirations. Nevertheless, amidst the uncertainty, Chumlee embarks on an unforgettable adventure on the ship, immersing himself in a world of whimsy and joy. The pirate ship becomes a catalyst for moments of pure bliss as Chumlee discovers a sense of freedom and exhilaration that he has never experienced before. It's a testament to the power of chasing dreams, even in the face of skepticism. Join Chumlee as he embraces the sheer thrill of sailing on that ship, creating memories that will last a lifetime.
If I can make a deal, Rick will think I'm the man.
As the wind tousled Chumlee's hair and the weather played its part, a symphony of elements converged to enhance his adoration for the float even further. Each gust of wind whispered its approval as if urging him to embrace the exhilaration that danced in the air. The perfect weather conditions seemed to align, creating an enchanting atmosphere that heightened his connection with the pirate ship. With every passing moment, Chumlee's affection for the vessel grew as if it were infused with magical essence. In the midst of it all, Chumlee savored the joy and freedom that enveloped him, cherishing the sensation of pure bliss as he sailed through the streets on the ship that had captured his heart. As Chumlee eagerly awaits Rick's response, hoping for validation and support, his heart sinks when he reads the crushing words that appear on his screen. Rick's text delivers a blow that pierces Chumlee's enthusiasm, leaving his spirit wounded and his dreams deflated. The message, like a dagger to the heart, shatters the joy and optimism Chumlee had been clinging to. The heartbreaking reality sets in as he realizes that Rick's words don't align with his own deep-rooted passion for the pirate ship. It's a moment of profound disappointment as Chumlee grapples with the stark contrast between his own excitement and Rick's lack of endorsement. Emotions swirl within him, hurt, confusion, and a tinge of resentment.
I'm sure he's not going to buy it. He doesn't have any money on him.
But he's an idiot.
Amidst the tangled web of desires and concerns, Corey possesses a keen understanding of Chumlee's nature. He recognizes that once the request to abstain is made, Chumlee is unlikely to proceed with the purchase. In this aspect, Rick's fears find resonance in Corey's assessment. The rational part of their minds acknowledges the validity of Rick's concerns. Even if Chumlee were to succumb to impulsive desires and make a foolish decision, the stark truth remains. The price of the pirate ship far surpasses his financial means. It looms above his allowance like an insurmountable hurdle, a barrier that cannot be breached without dire consequences. The clash between longing and practicality creates a dilemma that Chumlee must confront head-on. Will he heed the warnings and let go of the unattainable dream? Or will he risk it all in pursuit of his heart's desire? The outcome hangs precariously in the balance as Chumlee grapples with the weight of responsibility and the allure of the forbidden. The owner wanted $250,000 for it. Man, that is a little too much. The last bargain he could agree on was $190,000, man. That is still so much money. Chumlee was so sure that Rick would want to get it, until he checks his phone.
Do not buy the float. That was Rick, my boss.
The man had been driving Chumlee around all of the efforts in explaining it. And all for what, man? Just to get rejected on a text message?
Whatever. Oh, sorry, man.
Man, I really feel so bad for Chumlee. Everyone gives an attitude to my boy here, and he just takes it all. Well, enough of Chumlee.